again for coming onto your mats and for joining me for some practice. This class today is not your flowy, it's not your yin style. We're going to be working and focusing on a muscle group, and that muscle group today is one of your biggest in your body. It's your glutes, your glute muscles, your bum muscles. So these are really important muscles to keep you standing, to stabilize you. They're important for a lot of postures, to build strength there, to hold postures for a long period of time, and to also to make sure that the actions that you're doing are safe. So if we fire up these bum muscles, you tend to place less effort and intensity into your other thigh muscles, your hamstrings, but also away from your lower back. So it's important that we fire them up and get them working. So we're going to come as always and start in our seated cross-leg posture. Know that everything is an option in yoga, and that's why it's yoga for all. So if anything doesn't suit you, doesn't serve you today, then try and find a different alternative. Find a child's pose, find a down dog, find your shavasana early. Work with what feels good for your body today, and notice if you have niggles, injuries, take note of them, breathe, and do what works for you. So coming into the seated cross-leg posture, coming into just a sukhasana, what works for you, closing down the eyes, tucking the chin very gently into the chest and just starting to come into your breath. Breathing in and breathing out, perhaps taking a couple of sighs out of the mouth just to release and to let go. Releasing any tension, any stress of the day or the previous week. Bringing and grounding yourself onto those bum muscles. Feel your sitting bones pressing into the mat, and then feel your spine lengthening and grow that little bit taller. Continue to take your breath. Perhaps you begin to come into Ujjayi, ocean breath. Starting to hear that noise, the raspiness at the back of your throat, or you just purse the lips together and come into your nasal breathing, closing down the mouth, filtering the air through your nose, warming it up before it enters the body. Perhaps you set an intention, a purpose for your practice today. You devote your practice to someone other than yourself. And then when you're ready, you're very gently going to tuck your chin into your chest, bow the head forwards, and then just imagine as I turn to the side, you continue to roll down. So almost like a full roll down. Drawing the belly in, dropping those fingertips ahead of you. You're welcome to flutter the eyelids open. And then just take that forward fold. As you take the forward fold, keep bowing the head, the forehead can come to your mat, and just take notice of that stretch. Perhaps you feel it in the back, perhaps you actually feel it in the glute muscles and your hips. Rolling back up. Switch the cross of your legs just to that more awkward one. And again, just take that roll down. Chin to chest. Walking the hands forward. And notice that stretch again. Perhaps it's the shoulders, the hips talking to you today, the feet, the ankles, the knees. Just take note. Close down the eyes if you'd like to. Come back into your breath. Breathing all the way into your back body, your side body. And when you're ready, plant down through the fingertips, roll yourself all the way over those knees, draw them underneath the hips, drop yourself down into your child's pose, stretching through. Exhaling out of the mouth, and then rise, lift yourself all the way up onto all fours. Just have a little bit of movement, a little bit of a play around. Perhaps perhaps you take some circles through the wrists, just warming those up, turning the fingertips out, moving through the hips, one hand forward, one hand back. And you might come to this practice if you've already done a workout just as a little add-on, or perhaps you do it before a run or after. So if the wrists are nice and warm, you might focus on the toes instead, and you might just work back. Perhaps even coming into more of a hero's pose or thunderbolts, working through the wrists. And then when you're ready, plant all the way back down again. That first finger faces forwards. Coming all the way up onto all fours, drawing your belly button in through the spine. Take a few cat-cow if that works for you. And then find your all fours, tabletop. Sliding that right leg behind you, press into the right foot. Drop that right hip down, there's a tendency for it to rise. And then from there, lift through that back right leg. Flex the foot so you start to activate the glutes. Breathing in, breathing in. Your option is to stay there, or you can begin to bend through that knee and work into the hamstring, and you can also take the hands all the way off and imagine just reaching hold. If you touch, that's great. If you don't worry. Release the foot, perhaps even release the hand and come forwards, and then slide back again. Tiger, flex away. One more. Flex away. Dropping the hand, dropping the hip down, and then releasing the leg all the way back onto the knee, dropping yourself down into child's pose. So just starting to turn on, activate the glutes. Lifting yourself all the way back up onto all fours, stretching this time the left leg drops behind you. Drop that left hip down, draw the belly in, keep pressing up and out of the shoulders. Flex through the foot and then lift the foot off the mat, drop the hip down. Hold it there and just squeeze your bum muscles. Breathing in, breathing out. From there, begin to sweep that right hand behind you and see if you can catch the foot. Don't worry about it if you don't reach, that's all good. Press away and imagine moving through water. So make it active and then again, catch the foot. Dropping the hip down, flexing. Last one, catching the foot. And then press away. Of course, you can always drop the fingertips down at any point. Releasing. Come back through to center, drop yourself back through into your child's pose. Fingertips stretching away. From there, we're going to rise straight up into our loaded beast. So it's a halfway point between your down dog and your child's pose. Begin to curl the toes under. Fingertips pressing away from you. And imagine those hips lifting lovely and high. Chest, belly stays right onto those thighs. Breathing in. Breathing out. On the inhale, lift, extend through the knees. And exhale, drop those heels down. Coming all the way through into your down face dog. Gaze is right between the thighs. One more, bending through those knees, chest, belly onto the thighs. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, drop those heels down. On the next inhale, up between your hands. Begin to stride your right foot all the way through. On the next inhale, lift all the way up into your high lunge. Flexing through the knee on the right hand side, tucking tailbone under, squeezing your bum. Inhale. On the exhale, draw your hands through to heart center. And then begin to step yourself forwards into your warrior three. As you step, you can drag the foot. Come into that balance. Soften through the right knee, drop that left hip down again and flex the foot. From there, we're going to work into almost like an RDL, so balance through the right foot. When you're ready, lifting, squeezing the bum, toe tap. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, toe tap, balancing. Squeeze your bum at the top. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, toe tap. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. This time as you hover and you go back onto or back through to your warrior three, flex the foot. And we're going to work through just a couple, or in fact 5, single leg squats. There's 2 already, bending the knee and lifting, lowering, lifting. Last one. As you step all the way back, return back into your high lunge. And you should start to feel that right glute now firing up. Holding there, breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, start to sweep the hands all the way behind you. Lacing the fingertips, opening through chest and heart. And on the exhale, hinge the body back forwards, almost as if you're going to come into a humble warrior. Holding there. Inhale. Exhale. You should feel a lot of work through that right glute now. You might even want to go a little bit lower, moving that right shoulder, perhaps even walking the foot out to create that space. One more breath, inhale, exhale. On the inhale, as you rise and lift all the way back up through your high lunge. On the exhale, you're going to drop that back heel down. Open your stride and open all the way through into your warrior 2. Glancing at the back foot, bending through the right knee, squeezing your shoulder blades, tucking your tailbone under, and again, activating through that right glute. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. And on the exhale, begin to cartwheel both hands at either side of the front foot. As you do so, stabilize through the right foot, come up onto the back toe, start to move your body weight into the right leg and come forwards into your standing split. So lifting that right leg off, dropping the hips down, walking your fingertips back, spreading the right toes lovely and wide. Lots of weight again on this standing right leg. On the exhale, begin to bend the left knee, dropping the left knee behind the right into your Jiva squat. Inhale, lift, press away. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, as you lift, square up the hips, walk the fingertips forwards, and then slide that left foot all the way through to come hip distance. Inhale, come into your Ardha Uttanasana variation, and on the exhale, take that forward fold. Come into Padangusthasana, holding the big toes, or perhaps you just place the hands onto the shins, soften through the knees and draw yourself down. Feel the stretch on that glute on that right side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. From there, fingertips meet the mat, soften through the knees, push the hips all the way back, and draw the arms forwards into a low yogi squat. Tucking the tailbone, almost like a ski squat. Breathing in, you should really feel that through the hips, through your bum muscles. Exhaling, shoulders away from the ears, breathing in, breathing out. On the inhale, rise, come all the way up, arch back, stretch those hip flexors. On the exhale, lower yourself all the way back down. Stepping the right foot back, stepping the left foot back. There is an option there for a vinyasa, or you just wave yourself all the way back into your down dog. Exhale. Coming into child's pose if you need to. Moving through the hips if you'd like to. Gaze is right between the thighs. Feel that stretch on the backs of the legs. Perhaps take an exhale out of the mouth, release. Of course, there's a pedal, you can play, tread through the feet. Taking 2 more breaths, inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you're ready, look between the space in your hands. The left foot strides all the way through, briefly through into your runner's lunge. Before lifting and coming all the way up into your high lunge. Exhale, draw the hands through to heart center. As you do so, just hold there. Begin to fire up that left glute, squeeze. And then from there, you're going to begin to move your body weight forwards into your warrior three. So maybe it's a drag, maybe it's a float, a full step through, finding your balance, hinging the body weight over, dropping that right hip down, flexing the right foot, drawing the belly in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. When you're ready, begin to slide and glide yourself all the way up into that little toe tap. Exhale, lower. Inhale, squeeze the bum as you come all the way through. Exhale. Lift. And lower. Lift. Last one. As you return back into your warrior three, perhaps you take a different arm variation. The hands come behind you. The hands come in front. Work with what feels good today. And then we're going to take those single leg squats. Lowering and lifting as we go. Keeping a slight bend in that left knee. 2 more. Lowering, exhale to lift. Lowering, exhale to lift. From there, stepping your way back with control into your high lunge. Lifting all the way through and really feeling that left glute now turned on. Tucking the tailbone under, creating a bit of space if you need to widen your stance. Exhale, take those hands all the way behind, open through chest and heart. And on the exhale, you're going to dive your body weight forwards, coming into a variation of humble warrior. So lots of options here. Of course, you can keep the hands on the hips, draw that left hip back, place the belly onto the thigh, or just begin to create that space, lowering your shoulder to the inside of that left knee. Inhaling, exhale, inhale, exhale. On the inhale, begin to rise. You might have the wobbles like me. And on the exhale, open all the way out into your warrior two. So check your alignment again. Firm up through those legs. Tuck tailbone under, reach through the arms. And just hold. And again, you should start to feel that in that front left thigh, in your left glute. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. When you're ready, cartwheel both hands either side of that left foot. Begin to turn open onto your right big toe. Lift yourself all the way up into your standing split. Walking the fingertips back, perhaps bringing your fingertips onto a block. Squaring those hips, don't worry too much about the leg not going too high. Just drop and square. And on your next exhale, bend the right knee, dropping it behind your left knee, Jiva squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Jiva squat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. And on the exhale, slide that right foot in to meet your left. Forward fold. Begin to soften through the knees and rise, come into chair pose. Arms coming all the way up, tucking the hips under, holding, squeezing those thighs, imagine the inner thighs coming together, weight into the heels, activating your leg muscles, drawing your belly in, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, rise, lift. On the exhale, lower yourself all the way down. This time, if you'd like to, option for Padangusthasana again, or Padahastasana, taking hands underneath the feet. Inhale, gazes forwards, lengthen. Exhale, draw yourself down. Breathing in and breathing out. You can release at any point, just dropping the fingertips down, coming back to the toes or wrapping those arms around. When you're ready, release the fingertips back to the mat, come into Adha. Exhale, lower. Stepping the left foot all the way back and stepping the right, coming into your high plank. Holding in high plank. Again, knees, chest, chin. Vinyasa, or skip your vinyasa straight into your down dog. Inhale is your up dog. Exhale is your down dog. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, lift all the way up through the right leg, three-legged dog. On the exhale, step your right foot right between your fingertips. As you do so on the inhale, rise, come all the way up, high lunge. Opening through into your warrior two. Inhale, lift all the way up, both arms. From there, you're going to turn the right foot to face the very top corner of your mat. As you do so, you're going to turn your left foot to do exactly the same. Bend through those knees and draw your hands all the way through to heart center. Coming into goddess pose. Breathing in, breathing out. Keep drawing the knees out, pushing your hips backwards. Inhale, exhale. When you're ready, dropping right elbow onto the right thigh, opening up into your temple twist. Keep drawing that left knee out in this posture. Inhale, lift back through center. Exhale, over to the left-hand side. Inhale, lift. Option this time if you'd like to drop fingertips to the mat or to your block. Open. Inhale, back through center, goddess. Keep lowering those legs, I know they're burning. Switch left side. Back through center, and we're gonna hold. So if you can get that a little bit lower, draw those knees out, draw the belly button in. Press through those legs. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhale, open through the arms. Turn those feet in so they're parallel with one another. Exhale, draw your hands to your hips and dive yourself forwards into that forward fold. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. From there, you're going to start to turn your right toe again to the very top edge of your mat. That diagonal. You're going to start to move your weight across and come into Skandasana. Hands at heart center. Flexing that left foot. Now you may be hands down and you may be up there, and that's perfectly okay. You stay there and you hold. If you can, you open through your heart, your chest, create that stretch. You have an option from there. You either travel up and over, like a semicircle, like a rainbow, or you travel through. You can use your hands, or you keep your hands at heart center. Travel across, sticking your bum out to the left side. Work through that right foot, open. And again, travel across, right side. And again, travel to the left. Travel back to the right. As you travel to the right this time, drop both hands either side. Press through the right foot, come into runner's lunge. Drop down, Anjaneyasana, lift. Both hands either side, back to runner's lunge, press through that back heel, working our way all the way up. Lift through, high lunge. And when you're ready, you're going to step from your high lunge into your chair pose. Step and hold. Tuck your tailbone under. I'm going to swing back round to the front edge of my mat. Holding there, breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. See if you can get that a little bit lower. Press your hips back. Inhale. Exhale. On the inhale, rise, come up. On the exhale, lower. Hands back down to the mat, taking forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen and prepare. Ardha. Exhale, lower. Step back with the right, step back with the left, plank. Knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. Your variation if you want to take your vinyasa. Of course, you can skip it out today, no problem. All the way back down into your down face dog. Fingertips lovely and wide, hips lifting up. An option of a couple of breaths in child's pose, if that's needed. Moving with your breath, inhaling. Exhale, deepen your pose. Inhale, create that space. Exhale, deepen your pose. On the next inhale, lift through the left leg, three-legged dog. On the exhale, step that left foot all the way through. Lift, come up, high lunge. Exhale, open straight out into your warrior two. Inhale, lift both arms. This time turning that left foot to the diagonal, right foot to the diagonal, and dropping yourself back down into goddess with the left foot forwards this time. Drawing those knees out, tucking your tailbone under, thumbs at heart center, or perhaps you raise those arms up, right up overhead today. Draw those knees out, work through the thighs, work through your bum muscles, press back, see if you can get a little bit lower. Again, dropping, right elbow open. Option again to drop all the way down to the fingertips. First time round this time. Lift, come back through heart center, or back up through arms overhead. Switch left side, just onto the knee or onto the thigh, or of course all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lift, all the way up or back through heart center, and an added option of coming up onto the toes. So really work through those legs, pushing your hips back. See if you can balance. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhale, exhale, drop those heels down. Inhale, lift, come all the way up. Walk those feet back through center and take your forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands can come down past the heels, draw yourself down. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come halfway up. And when you're ready, start to turn that left foot out so it's back on the diagonal and begin to drop yourself down into Skandasana. Again, option to travel through, option to travel up and over. Hands can come down to help guide you. Or you just work through pressing your bum and your hips back through to the other side. I can feel my legs burning, my bum burning. Back through. Last time to the left, and as you come back through the left, drop both hands either side of that front foot. Drop the back knee down and curl the toe. Fire up that left bum cheek and open up into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, both hands down either side of the front foot. Lift into runner's lunge. Inhale. Lift all the way up into high lunge. Ducking tailbone under. And then again, balance through that left leg. Step, glide that right foot through. Come back into chair pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Shoulders away from those ears and smile. Holding your chair pose for 2 more breaths. See if you can get a little bit lower. See if you can squeeze those knees. Thighs, feet together. Inhale, rise, come all the way up. Exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen and prepare. Exhale, lower. From there, fingertips either side. You're going to stride that left foot back first. Just about 3 or 4 feet. Begin to walk that right foot over so it's in line with your right fingertips. That left foot is out about 30 degrees. Hands onto the hips, turn those hips and lift yourself up. We're going to come into our pyramid pose. Turning our hips to face forwards, hands on the hips, hands to opposite elbow, or coming into your reverse prayer. Inhale, open chest and heart. Exhale, dive forwards. Feel the work all the way down that posterior chain, the back of that right thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep drawing that right hip back, and perhaps you even take the hands to draw the hip back. Just come into that hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now, wherever you are and wherever your hand position is, perhaps they're still on the hips, perhaps they're at heart center. You're going to soften through and lift back up into your warrior three. Lots of work on that standing leg. And hold. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, drawing the belly in. Exhale, perhaps you had hold of opposite elbow. See if you can hold. When you're ready, slide with intention and purpose that left foot through, dropping into your low squat again. Hands to the elbows, or to the shoulders, sorry, up, overhead, and hover. Inhale, exhale, so if you can get a little bit lower. On the inhale, rise and lift, tuck your tailbone, squeeze your bum. On the exhale, lower yourself all the way down to the mat. From there, keeping this hip distance position, slide that right foot back, left foot is forward. We're going to work exactly the same on the opposite side. Left hip draws back. On the inhale, rise and come up. Square those hips off, right hip forward, left hip back. A little bit of softness through the left knee, firming up through the right foot, grounding down. Inhale, open chest and heart. Perhaps you get your hands on your hips for this first one. Exhale, lower. Pressing equally through both feet, but especially into the big toe and the heel of the left. Inhale, lift. Perhaps you take hold of opposite elbow. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Maybe on this one you take reverse prayer, or you lace the hands, Kali Mudra. Lower. And as you begin to soften through that front left foot, left knee, you lift through that back right leg and come into Warrior 3 variation of your choice. Flexing the foot, balancing on that left leg, nice and strong. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Release the fingertips slowly with control, which that wasn't. Back into chair pose. Hand variation of your choice. Mudra of your choice. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, rise, come up. Tuck tailbone. On the exhale, draw your hands back through heart center. Begin to walk your feet out to the very edge of your mat and lower yourself down into your Malasana, your yogi squat. So have a little bit of a move around there. See what feels good. Stretch out those hips. And one hand forward, one hand back, and drop yourself onto your sitting bones. We're going to have a stretch of those legs before we come down and do our bridge pose. So we're going to take our figure of 4 stretch, left foot on top, flex the foot so that you protect the knee, and just hold that stretch there. Of course, you can do exactly the same thing laying on your back. And the closer you can get that foot, the more intense the stretch will be. On the outside of the glute, your piriformis. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. Nice and easy. Switching sides. So just level off that foot, crossing the right foot. A little helping hand, draw that knee out if you need to. Remember, both sides would be different, so just take note of that, breathe into it. Flex the right foot. Inhale. Exhale. And when you're ready, loosen off, feet to hip distance apart. Make your way all the way down onto your back with control, drawing the belly in. The hands come to, or the fingertips come to graze the back to the heels. Knees are hip distance, in line with the feet. Try not to make sure that those knees are dropping out, so keep drawing them in. Begin to tuck your tailbone under, so it's a really smallest of movements, just to initiate. Palms facing down, squeeze the bum, and begin to rise and lift up. Keep drawing those knees in. Gaze can be at the belly as you watch it rise and fall. Hands can come under and you can lift yourself a little bit higher, but continue to squeeze those bum muscles as much as you can, holding there. From there we're going to go down an inch, up an inch to squeeze. Down an inch, up an inch and squeeze. Down an inch, up an inch and squeeze. Last time, down an inch, up an inch and squeeze. And when you're ready, slowly roll yourself all the way down, vertebra by vertebra. Feet wide, knees together. Just let the lower back relax. Belly draws in, shoulders relax. We're going to take one more round, and this time we're going to work through single leg. So if single leg isn't in your practice and you don't want to do single leg, if you've got issues with knees or lower back or your hamstring, just work back with your full bridge, your full Setu Bandhasana. You don't have to go all the way up, you can just work with that pelvic tilt as well. So from there, knees again, hip distance. Begin to tuck the tailbone under, rise and come up. From there, start to transfer some weight into your right leg and begin to lift the left leg, flexing the foot, holding there. If you want to, on the inhale, you can lift the left leg. Exhale, lower, back to knee height. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Or you can just hold, inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Bending through the left knee, lift yourself back up. Of course, you can always come down, just take a breather, or you can hold back into this bridge pose. Tucking tailbone, nice and strong, squeeze those glutes. Transfer the weight onto your left leg, lift through the right. Holding. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, knee height. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Got the shakes, my left leg, inhale. Exhale, one more. Inhale. Exhale. Begin to lower that right foot down, squeeze and lift one last time. And then roll yourself all the way down, vertebra by vertebra. Drawing those knees in, just relax. Roll the knees, perhaps taking the big toes together. And of course, you're welcome to just relax and release there. Take your Shavasana. Take your Supta Baddha Konasana, dropping the knees lovely and wide. Continue in your mermaid leg. Or if you'd like to, begin to rock yourself all the way up into your seat. I'm going to take a square pose to finish up. So the shin of that front leg is going to be parallel with the short edge of your mat. And then from there, you're going to place a knee on top of ankle. Or sorry, ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. And you might have a big gap like I do today, in which case, use a blanket, use your block, move the flesh from your bottom. And just hold it there. So it's a big stretch around the glutes on that side. Close down the eyes. Begin to breathe wherever you are. Even if you have decided to opt out of this one and you've just come straight into your Shavasana, time now just to slow things down, to breathe, to connect. If you've lost the connection with body, with your breath. If you'd like to, you can begin to take the hands behind your back, lengthen through the spine. On the exhale, begin to draw your body forwards. Get to the point where you can feel the stretch through the hips, and then walk those hands through. Taking a forward fold. Bow the head, release. Slowly begin to rise, lift up, and we're just going to work to the other side. So placing that top leg, making sure it's parallel, make sure those feet are flexed, so again you're protecting the knees. Dropping that foot on top, ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. Again, if your knee is nice and high. Moving the flesh from your bottom, just take a moment to steady yourself there. And then taking the hands behind your back, slowly lower yourself down, hinging at the hips, Finding that stretch this time on the opposite side. Walking those hands forwards once you've found the edge to your stretch. And lowering, taking your time. When you're ready, wherever you are, making your way all the way up. If you're in your Shavasana, rolling over onto whichever side feels good today. Finding your way back into your comfortable seats. Closing down the eyes or keeping the eyes closed. Chin to chest ever so slightly, coming back into your breath. Coming back to your intention, purpose, or your devotion if you had one for your practice today. Perhaps scanning the body again, just noticing how you feel. Notice any chitta, any conversations in the head and the mind. Drawing your thumbs all the way through to heart center. Coming back and finding your breath again. Perhaps you just take a couple of exhales out of the mouth, inhaling. Exhale, sigh. Shoulders relax. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Ground the knees, sitting bones, glute muscles down into the mat. Raising your thumbs all the way through to the space between your brows, your third eye. Living your life to its fullest, embracing your life with passion, bowing again to the divine in each and every one of you, saying thank you again for coming onto your mats. Hopefully your bum muscles are fired up, ready to stabilize you. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, your evening. Hope you sleep well. Namaste.